I want to share with you a story. Imagine your hands are sweaty, your palms are clammy. You haven't felt this sensation in a long time, or maybe this is the first time you ever felt it. You get a knot in your stomach, and there's a point where you're staring at the ground. You look up all around you, you see other people in the same state, making eye contact with them and wondering, we're really going to do this thing, aren't we? This is what I felt like when I decided to jump out of a plane. There was only 2 weeks that I got in order to prepare for something like this. I knew of my life that there was a time where I wanted to experience what it was like to skydive. But was I actually going to take that step, literally, and jump out of a plane? During this time, I realized that that same moment, at that time, when I decided to make that decision, it's relatable to the decision that we all make till this day. There's only so much time that we have on this planet. And then we put things off that we said yesterday that we would do. Even if that thing that we said that we would do would kill us. But here's the thing, with everything that we do, there is always a risk of greater, equal, or less risk. What do I mean by that? When I decided to sign up, pay money to put myself at risk, I had to think to myself, all right, what am I going to get out of this situation? What am I going to get out of this moment? The experience itself, which what maybe lasts 30 seconds. Hell, I didn't know at that time. But at that time, when the day came and I was searching up directions as to how to get to the location that I was going to, have this skydiving experience, I realized that, whoa, I'm actually doing this thing. That same moment as well, to tying it to where we are right now. And by the end of this video, I want to share with you guys that there's a moment in our lives where we snap out of it. And this was my moment where I snapped out of it, because we either have the ability to take action because we're inspired, or it's because we are forced to do a thing. And that totally relates just to, if we're going to wake up in the morning, get out, be early, and show up for ourselves, for our family, for whoever's relying on us. Or are we just going to decide to not do that thing and push it off to another day? Just like in that moment, similar to that moment, and similar to, you know, where I was. Let me make sure. Oh, here we go. Oh man, I don't even know if this is actually working. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're working. We're live. We live. We live. Okay. But similar to just that moment in itself, you got to realize that there's a time where if you're waking up and taking a step out of that door, there's risk. If you're going to take a step out of that door, it's the same notion as if you're opening up the door to that plane and jumping out. You got to accept what is actually going to happen at the end of the trip. You know, um, that day when I woke up, I thought to myself, wow, I can die today. There's actually a potential, a probability of me actually not coming back home. At that time, as my wife's now, but my girlfriend, she's like, aren't you scared? I thought to myself, hell yeah, I'm scared, but I want to do this. What's causing me to do this is mainly my why, of me telling myself that I want to do it and holding myself accountable. And at that time too, I was really into real estate, doing a lot of deals. Some deals were falling through, some deals were making, and I was taking risk. And I thought to myself, well, if I die, I die. We'll see how it is. when we get there, we cross that bridge when we get there. It might be an extreme, but at the same time, there's a lesson in everything, and how we do one thing is how we do everything. So that lesson that I learned from skydiving was that when I go into anything, or when you go into anything in life, imagine yourself at the end with the end in mind, and visualize all of the outcomes that you see. The outcome with you winning, the outcome with you failing, the outcome with whatever you not necessarily desire, or the outcome you desire, but also undesire, right? And if you fully accept both of those and just leave it up to God or whatever you believe in, at that time there's something that clicks, and you start to realize that it's not just the thing in itself, it's also how I respond to that thing. So, what's funny is when I signed up for this skydive, it was with a stranger at a motorcycle class that I took. And the things that I grasped from that, it was just a random conversation. I overheard people talking. They're like, "Oh yeah, I want to go skydiving. Are you down?" And I just heard them. They weren't even sitting at my table, and there was a feeling that hit me in the chest. It's like, "Hey, is this the universe is telling me? Is God telling me that to do this? This is my opportunity, like as an excuse to be like, sure, let's put our lives at risk." Um, but that in itself, that was just a random person, and we all started a group chat. So I talked to him. I was like, "Hey, I heard you guys talking about skydiving. Like, I'm actually interested." And there's a total of four of us, and me and one other guy in that group chat were able to make it, because I noticed like the people that were in the group chat as we were talking, they came up with excuses as to why they wouldn't show up. And I think we all do that, is to not show up, whether it be going to the gym, going to work, going to make that call, the sales call, going to meet with somebody and talk about business, whatever it is. We all make the decision to come up with an excuse and kick the can down the road. But eventually, you're going to have to face the music. And boy, oh boy, I'm so glad I faced the music and took that as a hint from the universe or God to go talk to these strangers. So lo and behold, a month later, we end up skydiving. Um, that was, I'll go into the details now because I'm kind of just like jumping all over the place, because I did this a few years ago, but I had the same sensation today that hit me. And I realized that there's that sensation in everything that we take ourselves into. Um, like leading up to the day, and I know when I went there and I talked to the guy that I was jumping with, because when you're going skydiving, you're not doing it yourself solo. You actually tandem with somebody else. The guy that I was talking to was from Colombia. My wife's Colombian, so we talked back and forth. And I just asked him like, "How long you been skydiving?" Because I'm just trying to make sure his resume is on point, because I'm trusting this guy with my life, right? So we're over here talking bullshit, and we're sitting in the hangar. 20 minutes roll by, 30 minutes roll by, and my girlfriend at the time, she's just looking at me from a distance, because all you thing you could do is just watch from the ground. And the plane rolls up, and it's a purple plane, or had purple wings, white and yellow body, and there's about 8 of us that get on the plane. I was the last one to get on the plane. As I was watching all these people just walk in. They gave us goggles. I told them like, "Hey, record me doing this. I'm gonna share the recording of me doing the skydive too. It's hilarious. It's real. It's really real. Every emotion in there was real." So they're recording, everything as I go through this. And they asked me as I'm on the plane and we're about to go up, they're like, "Hey, how do you feel?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm excited." My face is sweating. So much oil is on my face with the nervous tension in my hands, and I couldn't stop clenching my fists on the way up there. And I'm like, I've never felt this sensation. So I just opened up, as they're talking to me and saying like, "Hey, so this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna follow the person after you. Um, there's a person that's gonna slide open the door, and once they open up the door, that's the cue to let you know, hey, it's time to go. It's go time. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Please like, share, subscribe, all that juicy stuff. So we're flying up there, and it's if for those that don't know, when you're flying up with a small plane, they kind of go like this until they reach their altitude. And I was just thinking to myself as I was flying up that on that plane, oh, okay, we're just on a commercial airliner. It's okay, but this time I'm actually gonna. What's up from Las Vegas? What up? What up? What up? This time I'm actually going to Martin, Peyton. Appreciate y'all tuning in. This time when I'm on this plane, I'm gonna jump out this plane. So, what's up, Charlotte? What up? Where y'all coming in live from? Please drop it down below. Today we're talking about how there's lessons in one thing, and that one thing that I'm learning a lesson on is skydiving and how it pertains today. Yes, I jumped out of a plane. I'm sharing that story with you now. And I was the last person, mind you, that I got onto this plane. So I'm seeing all these people jump out. They're jumping. They're jumping. I'm like, bro, what am I about to do? Like, why did I sign up for this? Um, and you can see the look in my eyes in the video. I'm gonna post it. I'll share it with you guys. As I was about to jump, the guy that so I'm on his front. I'm in front of him. His I'm yeah, I'm in front of him. So he's on my back, right? And I'm right there holding. There's a little bar on the airplane, right? So I'm just holding on it, and I look out and I see just everything. His bird's eye view, wide open. The air's hitting. Man, I'm just like, uh, blank. My mind goes blank. I don't think. And he said, "On three, we're gonna go, okay?" I said, "Okay." He said, "One, two," and he just went. He didn't even. He honestly didn't even. He just went one and then just went because apparently most people just grab on and they don't want to jump, so it just, they freeze. But I let go, and the sensation that I felt was like when you're on a roller coaster and you drop, like on those drops on the roller coaster. That's the sensation you feel, but you only feel it for about 3 to 5 seconds. It was the same feeling when you jump in water, but I jumped into ether. I let go as I was going, but I was holding on still. When I jumped, and you'll see it in the video, I was like, the tension in my body was unlike anything I've ever experienced. The sensation in my body was wicked. It was just all here, and I couldn't open up. And there was a guy just by my side, just like recording, this like floating. He had this wingsuit that he was wearing, and honestly, I thought I couldn't jump out of a plane too, but I did, and it was. I highly recommend it. This is why I recommend it too. This is why. This is why. I'll share with you why here in a second. So he was recording, and I was like, bro, you were showing off right now. He was showing off the whole time. It seemed like. Uh, but after about 30 seconds of free fall, because you're free falling, just seeing everything right there, and the air just keeps hitting you. You can't really think because it's just fresh air going into your face, going into your sinuses. And once that instructor pulled his parachute, it took all the force and energy. Like we're free falling, right? I free falling right here. Hey, I appreciate the like and sub. Appreciate it. We're free falling. Pulls up. So just imagine you're wearing some chones or any pants, and then somebody just gives you a wedgie. That's the feeling you get. And I'm like, please don't snap, because at that time it yanked me down. I was like, whoa, different motion now. Now we're just coasting, right? We're coasting on the way down, and a level of calm rushes over me. a calm that most people that think of skydiving that say that, like there's a person here in the comments that said I would never jump out of a plane. If you've experienced peace in your life ever, imagine that times 10 after going through a extreme intensity of just falling, fight or flight, stress on the body. I'm like this, but then peace. I'm like this. I'm floating. And my instructor then says, "Hey, you want to take the reins?" Uh, yeah, sure. It's like, it's all right. You just pull one side and you go this way, and you pull the other side and you go that way. I was like, okay. So as I was pulling it, bro, like I was just steering, and it felt like I was a bird. And as I was floating, going left and right, birding it, birding it, birding it, I noticed nothing. There's nothing around. It was pretty badass, but there was nothing around. It's peaceful. There's no side. There was no noise. Nothing else mattered in that moment. And I know that we've all experienced this in our life where we just blank out and nothing else matters. When you experience that, truly live in that moment and take it all in. Because I'll tell you now, the moment when I hit the ground and I fell on my face. You'll see it. See it in the video. Because I was just like, I was so shocked. I was just like, how did I make it here? Uh, my dopamine was through the roof. I was ecstatic. I was on a level, a high that nothing, no, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of drugs. I haven't done drugs like that, but I would imagine that's what it's like. It's getting a hit of that adrenaline rush, really, is what it was. But that adrenaline rush, we can take that energy into anything that we do in life. If we want to grow our fitness, if you want to grow our business, if you want to grow our bank account, if you want to grow our family, we can take that energy into anything in life. And that experience in itself made me realize that, hey, this isn't just for the moment, but I can take this on forward to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. Because as we're going about this life, these experiences that we have with ourselves, other people, if we don't share it with ourselves to learn from, or others to learn from, or experience, or get some type of entertainment, information, whatever, any type of value, just like I'm sharing with you, what good is it to be forgotten? Just to experience it and forget it. There's a lot of things that I've done in my life, a lot of people that I've met in my life, and they've just been forgotten. But those people that I've forgotten haven't offered me nil outside of maybe hi, bye. And it's something that we all do, right? Um, so that's what I want to give you guys. That's what I want to share with you before I go rambling on this. I do have to go to a job right now. I'm gonna visit my sister here at the airport. Please like, share, subscribe. Nah, I don't play for. I don't play video games as much as I want to anymore. After I had a son, I was like, damn. Like I bought the Assassin's Creed. I should. Should I do lives playing video games? Because I'll be down to do that as long as I can shoot the shit with y'all and just like just vibe. But mainly this channel is about gaining our health, gaining our wealth, because you don't have to sacrifice one over the other. And I appreciate the love. I truly believe that we have the ability within ourselves, but we have to align ourselves with what is right and what we know is true, because it's all inside of you. And again, I appreciate it. You can check me out on Instagram. I'm going to get back on there. TikTok as well, MAJSAYY. All of my social handles are the same throughout. Been more consistent with that. But yeah, also, I'll be posting some more shorts. I'll be doing lives once a week, and also just posting some long form content here and there. Let me know what you would like to see. And yeah, I'll be tuning out. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed, y'all. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Later.